Yeah, sure. Leave me alone. Right, time to find a... Oh. What's the word? Give me a second. What's the name of the thing that I put in the chat? The prompt. Writing prompt. Time to find a writing prompt. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Sure, we'll do this one. Prompt is up. Prompt is you have a close friend and personal bond to a person that would be many would find surprising. Who is that person and what is their bond? I do these things specifically as kind of like a writing warm-up. at everyone being all sushi. Yeah. No, I'm streaming. I have my prompt up. Oh, yeah, probably, especially if we're gonna do brainstorming stuff. Okay. My prompt was you have a close bond with a person that many people would find strange. Who are they and what's your bond with them? I put, as a cleric, many find it hard to believe I'd be such close friends with an orc. No, we don't share the same beliefs, but the orc keeps me in good company and despite his demeanor loves to talk theology, making for hours of great fun and debate. And that's my warm-up. Because I try to have a warm-up with these. Keyword, try. Does not always work, does not always happen. But I do try. Now I gotta move stuff around so I have my computer somewhere where I can see it, but where I can actually, like, put my writing stuff. Ah! Everything just died. Everything decided that today was not the day. I mean, sure, fair enough, but also no. You need to write. And they will cooperate or they will die. I say to inanimate objects. Pens check. Paper check. Putting away my chips so they stop bothering me. And then I gotta go over all the stuff that I wrote this week in between my last writing stream and now. And then we'll be ready for brainstorming if you're up for it. Alrighty. So, a lot of the stuff I did was for Land of Jade. I thought I did boop. Audio on?
There we go.
Yay!
All better.
Woot. Now I'm not talking to nobodies. Alright. Excuse me. So, over the week, I have done a bunch of stuff for the Land of Jade, which is a tutorial part of the game, because I'm an asshole, and I want people to question why the game is even called Land of Jade when it's a tutorial area that we don't really get to go to, except we get to go to.
Yeah.
Because I am that person. I figured and brainstormed that rebels are trying to save the world because the royals are killing the world. The heir is with the rebels, but like low key. I also figured that we could have like a tea herb that can't be found anywhere else in the game except for on Land of Jade. One of the tutorial spielios that's overarching is there's a major ball coming up and you have to make preparations for it. So, you know, like running around doing like getting the placemats or some shit, I don't know.
Right.
But a lot of the tutorial is meant to be building a sense of community and meeting the people out and about and like caring about the world, right? The major conflict in the tutorial is that there's 4 families all vying for the hand of the heir who doesn't want to get married to any of these assholes.
Yeah.
There's Wandu, which is a military family, Richan, which is traders, Jipa, which is the magistrates, I'm gonna butcher this word, Lahakape, which literally is Tibetan for Wednesday. So I was like, you know, they're the faction that's against the crown and with the rebels, but low key.
Okay.
That just made sense to me.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to things. I'm just trying to find colours as well while I'm listening to what you're saying.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I figured out that one of the major things for causing the world to implode is not just the entropy paradox. The royal family is over-harvesting the world tree. At first it was just the branches and only used as a last resort to deal with a plague that was like 200 years ago. There was this huge plague and they needed medicine. And at some point they started harvesting instead of for like, you know, the plague and for necessity, they started harvesting for luxuries.
Yeah.
And they stopped harvesting the branches to save face for the kingdom, but started harvesting the roots. Like mining, it's only meant for the lower class to do it, and it's very, very dangerous, giving rise to the rebels. The wood from the tree gives off a lot of benefits like magical protection, but exposure to unrefined wood causes sickness. Originally, the sickness is called Yggdrasil disease, and it slowly petrifies people into living wood. The royal family blames the rebels for Yggdrasil disease, saying that it's an airborne weapon because the rebels are going around spraying a mist into the air. The mist is actually meant to slow the effects of Yggdrasil disease and help slow the world decay, because the royals don't want to produce a cure or stop harvesting because it's just too expensive and takes jade stones, which is a rare resource.
Yep.
And of course, the royals are calling that domestic terrorism, because of course they would. Let's see if I have anything else that I added over the week. I don't think so. No, I think that's all I had over the week. My restaurant has been open for 21 years and I still only have 3.5 stars. I feel the bad.
Don't feel it bad.
No, I do. So I need brainstorming ideas on bosses, enemies, maybe brainstorm about the different worlds.
Okay. And What I just need to know is, for bosses, are you looking for bosses in general? Are you looking for particularly like world bosses, or are you looking for story bosses, or are you looking for like random encounter bosses kind of thing?
Well, technically all of the above. Hold on, give me 1 second. I have started with like common bosses because there's. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure out where this went in my notes. Where did I put this? I just passed it. I thought I just passed it. Here we go. So, sorry, excuse me. So I have common bosses, which are found on every planet, right? And then there will be planet-specific bosses, and the same kind of goes for what you were saying, like the fighting creatures. I'll have arena bosses compared to like world bosses compared to raid bosses, and most of them are not gonna be like cross
world.
Yeah, most of them are not going to be cross-world, but there'll be like a handful that would be cross-world, if that makes sense. For instance, every world will have a dragon boss, if not a couple of dragon bosses.
Right.
But the dragon will be different in each world. Every world will have like a raid boss, but the between the worlds will be different, right? And right now I have for like common across everywhere, we're gonna have like slimes, spiders, criminals, bears, wolves, bats, you know, the normal
Monster fucking table.
monster fucking.
Yep. Have we figured out what if and what's between worlds?
Like the space, or whether they're dimensions or what, or like something else.
So, more or less, is there actual physical space, like the void, or like actual atmosphere space between each world? Or are they in different universes that you're jumping between? Like you're breaking out of that universe into another universe to go to that world?
It's kind of still up in the air, but my idea so far is that these are actual spaces in the universes. You are technically breaking from one universe to another, but they are all within sight of each other. And you know how like we can kind of see the Andromeda system?
Yeah.
So they can all see each other in the night sky mostly.
Okay.
The in-between is like probably gonna be like Celestial Void.
Okay. Well,
which is where... Sorry.
There is something that I can think of that might work, but might not, depending on how your story goes. It could just be completed, scrapped completely. We can
Okay, what's that?
take your idea for like dragon bosses, and we can have like story version and raid version. But basically, for the story version, you have to defeat that dragon to like get into like to be able to basically travel in between. But basically, that gives you a one-way ticket of traveling between those worlds. But if you stay in the celestial space in between, you can find a deity or being where the dragon was its avatar. And if you end up defeating that god, deity, whatever, that's in between this celestial realm, you actually open up a path for yourself to travel in between freely.
I mean, so I hear what you're saying, and I like the idea of a boss in the void. However, one of the things that you kind of have to understand is you're supposed to be able to travel freely throughout the game, with the exception of one world.
Okay.
So the idea is you go to a world, you land on it,
you travel
you know,
through, like,
and
yeah, I'm remembering now, it's been a few weeks.
yeah, that's fine. There is supposed to be a universe door in each world.
Yeah.
Which will basically like connect you to another dimension.
Yep.
Another dimension, another world, however you want to say that.
Yep.
So like if instead of choosing yourself where you want to go, you want to quote unquote follow the story, right? You go through this door, it takes you to the next quote unquote story world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you could just fly around in the jumper, which is what I'm calling the ship that you start in.
Yeah.
Because I still don't know if it's like a ship or what it's gonna look like. Give me a second. Alright, sorry about that. Excuse me. And something to tell you is so to destroy a world, there's 3 things you have to do. You have to conquer the world tree, which is a maze with a world boss in it.
Yep.
You have to destroy the dragon, which may or may not be a part of the world maze, depending on what world we're talking about. And then the final boss is the fairy of that world.
Yeah.
Which is going to be Dark Souls level hard kind of boss. I would really like to make an AI that understands your playstyle and plays against it. Forcing people to change up their playstyle and to really think about how they play.
So basically the boss is... You're only going to have that as boss AI kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of. But these are all optional bosses. You don't have to do these, and in fact, it's kind of recommended that you don't unless you're out trying to destroy the world. You know what I mean? Which, I mean, some people are, you know?
Yeah.
The next thing on my actual list is small bosses. So, like, think of Genshin Impact. When you run into, like, a hilly troll camp, there's, like, little hilly trolls, and then there's always that one big dude with a shield or an axe. That type of boss is what I'm thinking of.
Depending on what you're planning to do and what type of monsters you could have, is basically like for wolves you could have as a leader a direwolf.
Oh yeah, direwolf would be good.
Yeah. And you could have like, or like trolls or whatever, you could have like a bugbear or a orc or something like that.
Orc works really good. This also kind of makes me want to grab out my monster manuals from both D&D and from some of my other stuff.
Yeah.
Mousy meow is a mousy meow, so meow 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 meow. I love you. He literally looked at me like, no you don't.
Lie.
I remember, excuse me, the tutorial area, Land of Jade, is a mountainous area. Lots of mountains. For some of the more common monsters that we have, first and foremost, because the Land of Jade is supposed to be Tibetan inspired, we have Tibetan zombies.
Right.
Like the Lo Long, which is a skin zombie, and where you have to basically break the skin like a balloon.
Yeah.
The Kragalong, which is a blood zombie, which means you have to bleed it out. Shalong, which is a flesh zombie and has to be beheaded or dismembered. Roos Long, which is a bone zombie that you have to crush. I'm gonna get this wrong, I already know. Rummy Long, which is a mole, which is think like normal boss has a weak point.
Yeah.
Also, these zombies transmit their zombiness by bopping you on the head. Which I thought was cool. I don't know if I'm going to use that in the game, but I thought it was cool, so I wrote it down. Literally, head pats gets you zombified.
Righto.
Every uwu Discord kitten would be zombified overnight.
Yes. But also at the same time, to transfer that over game, you wouldn't get zombified, you get some sort of debuff. And once that debuff, you can do one of two things, which one would be a poison, or two, once you've got enough stacks, it's an instant kill.
Oh, yeah. Would be unfair, but fun.
Yeah. But, like, say the stacks dip down over time. So,
Sure.
if you're getting too high at stacks, you then have to start kiting the masses.
Yeah. Where? Oh, no. Oh, don't tell me that my monster manual is in my wife's car. I will be the sad. It is. My monster manual is in the car.
Okay.
Damn. Damn, double damn. Oh, wait. Monster manual! I lied.
Which one is it?
This is the 5th edition monster manual.
Okay.
Mainly because I'm pretty sure my DM Guild's manuals are in my wife's car.
Yeah.
Which I want to get the 3rd one so bad.
And like, I need to start seriously saving money anyway, pretty soon.
Yeah, for what?
It's just so I know I have money for my insurances that are coming up in a few months.
Oh, yeah.
And that's about like 2.5 grand for like car, house, all that.
Sure. Centaurs are medium boss.
They can be huge.
Well, they're definitely not small.
No.
Put Cambrian in here because that works. Maybe a Death Spectre, Death Tyrant, whatever.
Mm.
We'll have that as a raid or an arena boss. Yeah, Death Tyrant would be best for arena or raid boss. Ooh, a Cyclops for an arena boss. Let's go. Okay, now to look for more raid bosses. We shouldn't have too many raid bosses, like 5 should be good. Right now I already have a giant rock demigod, a Cambrian, and a Death Tyrant, so that's 3. So like 2 more. Want them to be mountainous. Possibly undead. This actually works perfect. It's a Draconal Glitch. We like glitches in this house. Okay, and then we have to think of a life tree boss, which is like basically the world boss. It's like next to the dragons. It's like the last step you can do without starting to put the world in danger.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And there should only be like 2 tree life bosses. You know what I mean? Ooh, what do I have stickied here? I have fairy dragon. And what's this one? Pixie. Okay, lol.
You
which is sticky to
could-
my favorite things.
You could actually take the pixie slash fairy thing and turn it into like a. Oh no. That's already your fairy's already the thing at the end of the tree.
Yes, fairy is at the end of the tree, but I do actually have a thing I'm doing with the pixies.
Okay.
So for the most part, pixies are Land of Jade exclusives. In every world, there's going to be a faction of Fae folk that is against the fairies.
Okay.
Not to say that the fairies are good and these things are evil or anything like that, just that they don't get along. And the pixies in Land of Jade. Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
Sorry. The pixies in Land of Jade, most of them get wiped out except for 5. 5 of them were quick enough to basically plane shift to different worlds.
Yep.
So each world you go to will have a pixie that steals something meta from you. The first one you ever encounter, no matter what world you go to, the first one will always steal your gender. And you have to find the pixie in order to unlock the character customization. I haven't figured out all of the pixie stuff yet, but another pixie is going to steal the world music from you. So it's going to be like epic, sweeping music, you know what I mean? Like any good game has. And then this pixie comes and steals the music away from you. And so it's all dead-ass silent as though we were living in the real world.
Yep.
So that's what's the go with the pixies, is they are a dying race because the Land of Jade was their home and now it's gone. And the pixies are mad at you specifically because you're part of the royal family.
Yep.
So they steal stuff that's meta in game. Like I said, your gender to unlock the what's it called? The character customization whenever you want.
Yeah.
The next thing with the music, it once you like fight the pixie, or I definitely want it to be a D&D thing where like you could fight these creatures or you could talk to them. You could talk things out with any of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it gives you, the music one will give you access to change the music from any world to any other world. Like you can collect music discs or whatever.
Yep.
Music boxes or whatever. I'm breaking down and smoking a joint because I, as a writer, need something to smoke in order to get my brain juices going. But yeah, that's what the pixies do. They are not evil, they are just mischievous little fucks.
Yes.
Who don't like you specifically because you blew up their homeworld. I mean, technically it was your family, but you're part of your family, so... Like I said, there's 5 of them. I'm still trying to figure out what the other 3 do. I think it might be cool, but it might be too aggravating to have one pixie, like, steal your control scheme.
Right.
Force you to, like, do a different control scheme, but I'm pretty sure people would stop playing because nobody has patience for old-style gaming like that anymore. That kind of stuff used to be, like, huge in the horror game genre, and then they stopped because people just wouldn't play past a certain point. Because they were babies. But it's a good idea, I think. But that's also because I am old and I miss how gaming used to be.
Yes.
Hi, Mouse. How is the buddy? Your scritchies? Who needs scritchies? Yeah, that feel good? Okay. Yes, that's what the pixies do. And I super like the idea of the first pixie you ever fight / find steals your gender. Because I think that's a fun way to show people what it's like to be transgender without beating it over the head. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Not saying that it will work or anything, but I am hoping that it will make some certain types of people go the fuck away. You know the people I'm talking about, the, oh, gender is your sex, and only your sex, and it's definitely not, made by society, not at all. Which, if gender was so natural, like everyone tries to claim it to be, I don't think that the fucking government would have to, like, enforce it. It would just be. But, you know. I think an elemental is too bland to put as a world boss, as a tree boss. Okay, now we go back to D's for the dragons. Hi and welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good day. So what's a good dragon for the Land of Jade? Part of me just wants to be really lazy and be like, a jade dragon, why not? Also, happy 420.
You could just put Jade Dragon question mark for now.
No, that's true. Yeah, I think that's what I'll put for now. Jade Dragon question mark. Alright, let's see. So that sets up our enemies for the Land of Jade. Actually sets up a really good amount of enemies for the Land of Jade. The next world is Nashta. Nashta is that world where we're not going to have a lot of enemies, because most of the enemies are actually going to be like raid bosses, world tree bosses, that type of stuff, because in Nashta, you're going up against the weather itself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Then if you're going up against weather, you're going to, and it's like very weather related, if you're going to have enemies, it would be good if you had more elemental enemies than anything.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
And depending on when you get there, it might, like with how people get through worlds, it might be a good idea to start teaching people how elements slash if it's a mechanic you want to have, element combination attacks work.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because Nashta doesn't have common enemies, so it's not going to have, like, slimes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But to have... I don't know, like... It starts at basically the small bosses with the elementals. And then, like, the mids are gonna be, like, the sea serpents. Whales. Oh, maybe that's a big boss. Big boss should... Arena boss should be whales. Whales!
Whoa. With the backdrop of narwhals, because they're the unicorn of the ocean.
They are the unicorn of the ocean. You're right. I'll put narwhals on here too. What? You're right.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, the raid bosses should be like the Kraken. Huh. What's up?
Yes.
Just yes?
Yes. It's just I'm trying to figure out an idea for a Kraken, that's all. Because the Kraken is technically the king of the ocean.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's why it goes on the raid boss. It's not quite the world boss. Though we could always put it as the world boss. Oh, you know what we could do? A raid boss Kraken and then the king Kraken as the world tree.
yep. What a little bitch. It's just what being soundboarding off you is someone who doing a certain quest, set of missions that is you have to go hack these computers, get this information out of the computers, but if you set up alarms beforehand, you fail the entire mission outright. And the person who someone set off the alarms and then they couldn't figure out the code in time to get the thing, so they just left the mission and so they didn't have a loss on their account. And I'm just
Aw,
like,
what trash!
yeah. And it's just like, are you serious? Why do people care about that?
Yeah, that sucks.
It's not like it's a, yeah, the loss goes on your account just as a mission failed, but not as a, like, cool, you failed a mission, who cares?
Yeah, who's even gonna be looking at that?
But apparently people care about that sort of thing, apparently.
Well, they're dumb.
Hmm.
Okay, that sums up Nashta, at least for the basic stuff, right?
Yeah.
Next is Nadia. Nadhaya.
Hmm.
That's the Aztec one, where everything is like solar punk. Has like, I already said Aztec themes, didn't I?
Yeah, solar punk.
Solar punk, Aztec themes. It's at the moment the like most advanced world that there is. Technically, Nashta is the most advanced world, but it came to ruin because of its advancements. If you know what I mean.
Can you re-say that, sorry?
Oh, I'm sorry. Nashta, the water world, was the most advanced planet, and then Calamity happened, and now it's not.
Right.
So now Nadhai, sorry, is the most advanced world with its solar punk, its boundaries, its, you know, exporting for trading. It's also the only world that's connected with another world because it's super advanced. Has airships. All of the stained glass is solar panels. That kind of thing.
Yep.
So we'd be looking at, like, I don't know, a lot of, like, clockwork stuff. I like the idea of some of the small hordes being like clockwork bugs. You know what I mean? Like, just these flying things that don't do much damage, but they're annoying as piss.
Yep.
Ooh, you sent me photos. Give me a second. I'll look at those. Yeah. It doesn't want to load. Are these colors you've already used, or are you looking for one to do the bumpy thing I said?
It's first off the yellows. More or less I was thinking about giving him yellow eyes. But
Ooh, that would look nice.
yeah, is the other ones the like color of the grey thingy you were talking about with what colours I can find on hand. Because I have
my
grey
opinion
colours.
would be that camo cloak.
Camo cloak, cool, yeah. I'll give that one a go, but is the most of the grey colours I have are like silver metallic ones. And so I'm just like, man.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Why is my butt so itchy? Makes no sense. Alright, let's see. Oh, also, Nahida is a forest area. Forest, a little bit of mountains.
Yep. Then you want probably like a lot of bird type enemies,
Oh, certainly bird type enemies.
like cockatrice or even emu or cassowary.
Oh, I like the idea of the cassowary being a mid-boss.
Okay, people don't apparently know how to do spies, so I need to go in and do it by myself.
I'm sorry, buddy.
No, it's all good.
That fucking sucks.
No, it's all good.
Ooh, Griffin. Griffin as a arena boss.
Yes.
The fuck do you spell Griffin again? FF. When? Harpy, definitely Harpy.
Yes.
That's gonna go in bosses. Harpy would be perfect for this type of world. Bolts would be good since they're dragon-like.
Yeah, but you probably, depending on how you want that world, because you said it's all forests and mountains, you probably want
Yes.
them to be either in sheltered areas or down at the bottom of the world, basically.
Duly noted. I'll make a note.
Or if they are high up, they're in a lair of some sort of being they perceive as strong.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now we are looking for... We have mid. We have 2 arena bosses, which is fine to start with. So now we're looking for raid bosses. Ooh, a manticore for a raid boss? Let's go. We're looking for raid bosses. For Nahida. Ooh, you know what would make a good raid boss? An owlbear.
It could, but it might be better as like a mini boss than a raid boss, unless it's like a gigantic one.
Alright, I'll put it in arena. Alright, looking for raid bosses.
Depending on the world, an arena boss that might be good for this one, where it could have interesting mechanics for being an arena boss, is a Hydra.
Yeah, I'll put it down, but I'm not sure about that.
As an arena. It's like a random boss.
Yeah, I'm not sure about it because I already have Hydra for Nashta.
Oh, okay,
As
so
I
if
always-
it's already
I
in
know-
Nashta, then that's fine. I wasn't sure if you
I
had
know
it
that they're
down.
not always, but I find hydras to be like waterbound. I know they're not always waterbound.
Yeah.
But I like them when they are.
I forget the actual mythical monster it's based off, but well, actually, no, I don't. There's another one, but the other one is based off the Loch Ness monster as a waterbound monster.
Okay.
So, but you'd have to turn it. That's just design-wise.
Right.
Doesn't have to be the Loch Ness monster. That's based off a dinosaur.
Right. Alright, now I gotta find 2 life tree bosses.
Yep.
For Nashta. Oh, I like this idea of the Androsphinx. Sphinxes are always fucking... in my opinion, always a good idea. Hi, Mouse! Okay, Androsphinx. What would be another good one for the World Tree? We can just have an Aarakocra that's just like a big threat and super smart.
Okay, I was muted, but you must have heard what I said.
I did not.
I said, what is Kukulkan based off?
Oh, a bird and a dragon mixed together.
Yeah, but they have an actual name. Which I'm forgetting. Hold on.
Mouse! What you doing? Yeah, you, what are you doing? What you doing? Why are you meowing? Yeah, you. It's nowhere near time. If that's why you're crying.
That's what I'm thinking. Was Tattle?
Sure. I know the word you're trying to say, but I can't say it any better.
Anyway, I was getting the words spelled out in Messenger.
Messenger update. Yeah, let me write that down. Alright, now to the next world, Yuko. He thinks it's time already. He is literally wrong. And hours. What's up, buddy? What's up? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I was just checking. He is a screaming mouse. Okay, so Yukio is the world where everything is shattered and everyone's living on floating islands.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would be Arena or World Bus, but you would have to find a golem that would golem that you can't kill unless you smash it apart and smash its pieces individually.
Ooh, that sounds like a arena boss, to be honest.
Yeah.
I hope you feel better, buddy. Alright, I'm adding that to arena bosses for sure. There should be some crossover between Nadhida, and Yukio, since they are connected. So I think that they should share bird bosses.
Okay.
I need to go to the bathroom. I will be right back.
Excavation.
Excuse me. How was the drunk?
Oh, it was okay. Go past that weird ass mission that everyone was failing.
Well, I'm glad.
Let's do it by myself, but that's fine.
Yeah, well, unfortunately. What mouse? What mouse? I don't really have a lap for you today. I'm writing. Oh, but you're gonna make me have a lap for you? Is that how this is going?
That sounds of it, yes.
You're gonna get squished. You're gonna get smushed. Yes, you are. You're gonna get smushed every time I have to write. You and your Muppet face. You absolutely Muppet. You're an absolute Muppet. Yes, you are. You're an absolute Muppet. You're a Muppet. Did you know you're a Muppet face? Yeah, you are. You're a Muppet face. Muppet face. Mouse is a Muppet. Mouse, you're a Muppet. Yes, you. You're a Muppet face. Stop looking at me like that, buddy. I'm gonna call you a Muppet face because you're Muppet face. Yeah, you're a Muppet. And you're a face. You also do the Muppet shake. Yes, you do. Don't glare at me. Muppet face. You are a Muppet face. No, a Muppet face. You have made it harder for me to do my work. Alright, now I'm looking for arena bosses for Yunko. Right now we have the Golem, the one that needs to be smashed to 1,000,000 pieces.
Yep. Which world did you go again?
That's the one where everything's shattered and everyone's living on different little islands
Yep.
that are floating.
You could have, technically, you could have a, it's not, it would be hard to do, but you could technically have like a, arena boss? Not arena, a crew of pirates.
Ooh. I'm gonna put that as a raid boss.
Okay.
Raid, so the main thing about arena bosses is that they stay put,
Yeah.
more or less. They have their own territory that is an arena. Raid bosses, they could have arena, they could be wandering out and about.
Yeah.
But yeah, pirates would definitely fit perfect with the theme. Ooh. I'm gonna put Displacer Beast because that's perfect. That's a really good arena boss, is a Displacer Beast. Stop giving me dragons, I don't need dragons. Oh my god, a floating dragon turtle for a raid boss, yes. That's perfect. We're still looking for arena bosses though.
You could have some sort of like crystal mage that you can't actually hurt them until you've taken down his minions, and like he has an invulnerability phase until you take his minions down.
That would work well as an arena boss, yeah. Crystal Mage. Alright, we have a decent amount of arena bosses, we have raid bosses, now it's for the life tree. Let's see. What about a void elemental to represent all the space in between the islands that no one can get to? Because you just vaporize.
You could do a void elemental, and then you could also do no, that would have to be in the void space itself. I was thinking some sort of to match that void area would be a void dragon that's held together by void, but that's not really gonna work.
Sure.
So where do you want this void elemental?
So how the life tree works is there's one boss on the outside of the tree or the entrance of the maze, and then one inside.
Okay.
That's like the end boss of the maze. So hello and welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good day. So like the void elemental could be how you get access to the life tree in the first place, since the life tree is kind of floating in the void with no clear way of getting there.
So
Also, happy 420.
the void elemental could be accessed. This is just an idea I'm throwing around. Could be accessed by the void elemental itself holds the key to get past, but they are locked away inside of a different temple, and to break the seal, to get to the void elemental, to get to the past the void, you'd have to defeat either like certain world bosses or something to get access to that void elemental.
Oh, like defeating the raid pirates in order to get their ships in order to be able to get there.
Yeah, or something like that. Like you have to
Gotcha.
defeat a boss or a certain amount of bosses, and that gives you access to the void elemental. And then he gives you access.
That makes sense.
getting
I'm writing that
past.
down. Into the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm.
And then for the dragon, I have a clockwork dragon for this world.
Righto.
Oh, except does this world even have dragons? Hold on. This is one of the worlds that doesn't have dragons at all.
Right.
Give me a second. It does have dragons. What world doesn't have dragons? Other than Adler. Adler doesn't have dragons, but one other world doesn't have dragons. I thought. Maybe it's Hesta that doesn't have dragons. Yeah, I think it's Hesta that doesn't have dragons. Yeah. Okay, so Hesta has no dragons, so we'll deal with that when we get there. Okay, so that clears up Yoko. Oh, Hesta is literally next. Let's go Hesta. Alright. So, we're looking for small enemies for Hesta. Hesta, hold on. Okay, so for Hesta, Hesta is the land where it's most like, kind of most like Land of Jade, but also kind of like Genshin, where it's like pretty blandish, mainly because the main focus is going to be on governmental shit. Oh, so first off and foremost, tax collectors should be a
You're gonna make the IRS
a main boss. Not a world boss, just like the tax collectors are. I guess I could have them on all. Yeah. So so the small boss would be a tax collector. Hold on. And then I just had it. So it's tax collector, then adjuster. And then the mid-boss for Hesta would be the debt collector.
Right.
And then the arena boss, what should that be? That's kind of hard for the debt or for the IRS. Maybe just call him Agent.
Mm-hmm. And have him with sunglasses and a black suit.
Yes, because we are fucking nerds.
Yeah.
Okay, then the raid boss for it. What should be the raid boss? So we have collector, adjuster, debt collector, agent. Enforcer?
We could have Enforcer, yeah.
These aren't the only ones. This is just for the theme.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of different names, but yeah.
Yeah. Me too. And then we definitely should have a life tree boss for this. It would be the outside boss that you would have to beat in order to get entry to the tree.
Oh, the manager.
Oh my god, yes! Manager. Just straight up manager.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes. Okay, now we're kind of going backwards. What should be the inside maze boss?
Ooh, so just give me a description.
We got the manager for it.
Yeah, just give me a description of the world itself, not like what it's likened to. Just
give me 1 second. Give me a second. Let me get to Hesta. Okay, Hesta has 3 major factions. Alpil, which is Ukrainian, Eastern European, Sift, which is India, Pakistan, that kind of stuff, and Odre, which is Imperialism America. It has limited resources and lots of war. No one seems to be winning. A few common monsters, simple biomes. This is going to be like the most game world that there is, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like there will be a forest biome, there will be a water biome, there'd be a mountain biome, but it's not as mountainous as like the Land of Jade. You know what I mean? It's meant to be bland so that you seek entertainment in the government. Because the government and doing government stuff, like upending imperialism and all that kind of stuff, is supposed to be your main goal.
Yeah.
It's also the world with the most straightforward plot. If that makes sense.
Well, we could have one of the. I don't know if this would be a world boss or if it would be in the world tree itself. If you could have some sort of like what are they called? Doppelgangers. So you would have to fight yourself.
Ooh, I like the idea of a doppelganger for the world tree itself. That's a really good idea.
So depending on how strong you are, they just literally, they have buffs, but like buffs and health and stuff, but whatever your abilities you have, they copy that.
Yeah, they copy your abilities, they copy your team, they have the same health you have.
Yeah, or they're like got a buff
really like
to
that.
it, or whatever.
Something, yeah. I really like that.
And they, or if they don't have buff to their health, they literally copy your equipment as well. So if you've got this one hit wombo combo that deals a bajillion damage, they can do that to you.
Oh yeah, that'd piss so many people off. I love it.
Yeah. So if you're a defensive build, you're going to be there for a long ass time, but if you're a glass cannon damage build, you gotta watch out.
Yeah, that sounds fucking badass, not even gonna lie. And Hesta would be a perfect place for a doppelganger because the entire world begs you to take a look at in the mirror, take a look at what's more than just on the outside. And like I said, it's the world that has like the most straightforward plot, but the plot has 3 sides to it, which will take a lot of self-reflection. It's kind of sort of like Fire Emblem House of Three Houses or whatever it's called.
Oh, the one where you, where you're a teacher.
Yes, that one. I think it would go a lot like that. Hi Mouse, did you see me get into the kitchen and now you're wondering if you can eat? Well, you can't. Okay, now we kind of need, like, other, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know you can just reflavor it, but I know it says it has no dragons, but you could just change the
Yeah, no
wording around.
dragons.
Is you could use a quote-unquote false hydra or a false dragon.
A false dragon?
Yeah.
You could, yeah. I was thinking of just having the spot empty, like there was a dragon here and you're expecting to fight a dragon, but it's empty because the dragon has already been defeated.
Yeah, that could work. Or the...
That was just my idea.
So does that government have access to the world tree?
I don't know. I think that they would, by and large, ignore the world tree except for trying to stop people from getting in.
Okay.
Basically, it's the only neutral place where all three governments have kind of more or less agreed to ignore it and protect it from each other.
Okay.
Basically, like how the oceans are in this world. No one owns the oceans, but
Yeah.
like they own the slice of ocean by their country.
Yeah. You could also just do, yes, it's an empty room, but there's...
For the dragon?
Yeah, decaying machinery slash remnant of what would have been a dragon, because they've used it for like some sort of energy source and have exhausted it, and they've just pretend to still have a dragon. That was like centuries ago or something.
Yeah, I'll write that down. That's really good. Okay. We need more raid bosses for this area. They should be like basic ass fantasy bosses. You know what I mean? Like European fantasy bosses.
Okay, so European fantasy bosses then. Oh god damn it.
Are you okay? Did
No,
I distract you?
I did get. Got there in time.
Okay.
Alright, so... if you want to do American imperialism, then let's go with some sort of, something that will... we could do the age-old, like, we could either do some sort of mechanical eagle or eagle.
Oh, yeah, I like that. I don't know how to spell eagle, but I like that.
So American, you are.
It is how American I am, isn't it?
Yep.
Hi and welcome to the stream. Our prompt for today is: you have a close bond with a person that many would find strange. Who are they, and what is your bond with them? You can go ahead and type in the chat your little story, or you can just listen to us brainstorm about The Land of Jade, a game that I am writing for. Either way, welcome to the stream, and I hope you enjoy. The other thing I was thinking is, since Hesta has tax collectors, it would be cool if there was like how we just did the tax collectors, if the tax collectors belonged to a country, and then we did a enemy for each country. Does that make sense? So tax collector would be, hold on, I fucking lost my notes again. Tax collector would be from like the Otria, the American imperialism, right? And then, okay, SIF is India, Pakistan has a republic democracy. Let's look up some of what they have as government spielia, what their police agents are.
Yeah, their palace agents look pretty cool, actually, if I'm remembering correctly, but they're...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I just can't... Because there's technically two types. There's one that was... their design is based off the English one, and one before England went there. So... And they have different names. So... I'm just trying to remember which one's which.
Okay, so they would have counselors, ministers, prime ministers. So... let me spell that. That's the best I got.
No, when you cough and sneeze at the same time. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, that worked out perfect. So for SIF, I have counselor, minister. So counselor for the small boss. I have lawman for like sheriff, lawman for enemy. Small boss is counselor. Then for mid-boss, it's minister. The arena boss would be named senator. And then the raid boss would be prime minister.
Yeah.
And this is the only... This is going to be the Tree of Life that has several different bosses.
Right.
Sultan. Is it Sultan, or am I being...
I'm not confident enough to answer that question.
Fair enough.
And if you're looking for inspiration on like that sort of thing, you might want to look towards Bollywood. So
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that it's not. I need to know how to spell it first and foremost. You know what I mean? It keeps giving me saltine cracker.
Okay.
Help. Actually, you know what? Marco!
Arabic meaning strength, authority, or rulership. S-U-L-T-A-N.
Never mind! What is it?
S-U-L?
S-U-L?
T-A-N.
T-I...
T-A.
Oh, T-A-N.
That is in, you got a tan. T-A-N.
Okay. S-U-L...
Yep.
T-A-N.
Yep.
Sultan. Okay, cool. I'm sorry, I called you out because I needed to know how to spell Sultan. Like the ruler. And it was giving me saltine cracker. But Drunk fixed it. Drunk was able to get to it. I'm sorry I made you come out here when you're sicky. Huh? It's not the word. I have such trouble. Okay, so... This actually might be a question for Drake while he's out here. So, I have this world called Hesta. And the whole spiel about it is it's basically a world that's ruled over by three countries that are warring with each other. And the whole theme is governance. And I'm making enemies, and each one of the groups has an enemy. So the first group, hold on, is from the American imperialism. This is the conflict world Hesta. So the American imperialism one is called Otre. And they have Tax Collector as the common boss, or common enemy. The small boss that comes with the common enemy is the Adjuster. Wait, hold on. Yeah, no, I was right. Adjuster. Then Debt Collector for the mid-boss. The arena boss would be called Agent, and we were making jokes about how that should look like the agent from the Matrix because we're nerds. We're nerds. Okay, and then the raid boss would be an enforcer. And then the life tree boss would be a manager because and then the Sif one, which is based on India, Pakistan, that upper Middle Eastern area. Their life tree one is Sultan. Then Prime Minister for the raid boss, Senator for the arena boss, Minister for the... Excuse you? Minister for the mid-boss that comes with the counselor. And now I'm trying to figure out a Russian/Eastern European theme that goes along with this. Sorry, buddy. Do you need cough drops? Do you need Dayquil? Alright, Drunk, you're coming with me. We're gonna go get Drake his Dayquil.
Coolio.
And you know we have NyQuil for nighttime, right? There, it's on the counter for you, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Do you hear me about the nighttime stuff so you can sleep? Okay. It's your job to come out here and either ask for it or get it, you know what I mean? It's out here on the... We have a bottle of... Hold on. We have a bottle of it literally right by the tea stuff. All you have to do is, like, come out and say, hey, I need NyQuil, and I'll get you the bottle. It's easy. Well... Yeah. It's good for you to take it about an hour before you go to sleep. That way when it's actually kicked in when you go to sleep. Uh-huh. Czar? Okay. Right. You said it was the Japanese one? Oh, Russian. Oh, Jesus, hold on. CZAR. Okay. Okay. I mean, Russian or Ukrainian, Latveria, anywhere Eastern Europe. I would prefer to stay away from Russian ones if we can, but we can do Russian ones for working ones, if that makes sense. Working titles. Because it's easy. Yes, it is distinct. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. So what would be like their prime minister slash landholder? Mm-hmm. Ooh. I like Kaiser. Let's do Kaiser. How do you spell that? K-A-I? S-E-R. Okay. Now we need a landowner. Someone who is like a lord. Herr. Okay. And then the person who reports to them. Yeah, like a knight. RIT TER. I like that. And these are all German? Sweet. And then we would need a common nuisance to these people. Like bandits, or a little guy that would be under a knight, like a page. Edelfrei? Okay, how do you spell that? That's so fun. EDELFREI. Edelfrei. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, wait. I still need a common boss. Like a common, like the type of boss that comes with the common creatures. Yeah. EDLER. Did they have something that they called their mercenaries? Or would that just be their free knights? Damn. Trying to find like a common name for like a barbarian or like a thief or like someone who did trouble, you know what I mean? That sounds good. Just robber? Love it. Hold on. RAUBER. Wonderful. Of course. Alright, perfect. Now we have Hesta, a framework for Hesta. Hesta has no dragons. Which is a sad. Yes. You should drink like actual tea. We have actual tea. Uh-huh. Okay. This is good for sickness. Okay. Let's see. Alright, what's after Hesta? Adler. Adler just needs its own fucking page of fucking monsters.
What is that?
Adler is the Dead Souls, Dark Souls, Dead Cells-esque. You don't actually want to be here. This part of the game does not want you to play it. It is absolutely hostile. It has hunger bar, it has a sleep bar, it has heat and cold, whereas in most other worlds you'll get one of these bars.
Yep.
In Nashta you have a cold / wetness bar, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Kind of thing, but at Adler you have all of it. It is the survival part of the game. But also, there is no point to being there. There's story. If you're a lore person, then there's a point, but that's it. There's no special weapon. There's the same amount of... There's maybe. I haven't decided yet. Adler might be the only place where you can't get anyone. Nobody can get gotcha'd.
Yeah.
But I haven't decided on that yet. So, like, Adler is 100% a place that will need its own level of enemies, because there are literally it should just come with a note, everything from the monster guide. Every enemy known to man.
Righto.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's not cool how Google just lies to people now, but it's the world we live in. Have good tea. Okay. So Adler gets a skip on that one because that needs to be its own spiel.
Yeah.
How is your dragon and turtle coming along? Turtle.
It's coming along okay. I'm just taking a break right now. I should get back to it though.
Sorry, I was just writing down my ideas I had earlier about the pixies. Apparently I never wrote that down.
Oh, good.
Because I am bad at life.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I think we did a lot of work. And we've been streaming for 2.5 hours.
Have we?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 hours and 21 minutes.
Okay.
No, my batteries are low. Who is our guy that I usually have? Is it her at 109 discernment? Yeah, I bet it is. Blarp, 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 blarp. I don't know. I feel like we did a really good job. Maybe. Oh, yeah.
You're still thinking about the world that is just hostile, right?
Yes, I am thinking of Adler. You caught me just daydreaming about how I can punish my players.
Okay. Is you can still are you planning to have a day-night cycle or just one cycle?
Oh, actually, Drake had a really good idea about that. This planet, this world is tidally locked. One side is always day and one side is always night.
Okay. That's... Huh, okay.
Right? It's a really cool idea. Especially for a harsh world where everything's just fucking unfair all the time. And I pointed out that he was like, hey, the night side should be way harder. And I'm like, no, the day side should be way harder and way more hostile.
You can also have it that if you want the day side to be way more hostile is, you can have the, whatchamacallit, the light its very self, because you have it totally locked, is the sun its very self, besides being extremely hot, there could be like some sort of like phenomena of sun laser beams that come firing out of the sky through the ozone or something.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. The fucking... There's a word for it. I know what it is. I just can't remember, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's just at random, it could, and then if it hits a player, depending on what's happening, is if they stay in it too long, or if they're just that squishy, it can just do massive damage, slash outright kill them.
Yes.
And some of the world bosses or arena bosses, if that's a thing in that world, can be the aspect of the sun and the aspect of the moon.
Yeah. I like that. I'll write that down. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. And you take inspiration from what I'm seeing here. Is I'm just sitting in Warframe in one of its tile sets, and I see faces in the sky with their mouths opening, trying to devour something that I cannot see.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. That gives you a sense of foreboding. And then you also
Yeah.
then you also hear fucking Eldritch Horror speak coming out of those mouths, so
Yeah.
yeah. Just do it, just the fucking the Jura Mask or whatever, Zelda the Mask one. Whatever that mask's name is.
Mhm. Oh, with that fucking... with the moon that's all...
Creepy and crashes into the earth.
Yeah.
Okay, didn't work as planned, but what I did, I think ended up working a little bit better. It's with my turtle.
Turtle, turtle.
My turtly turtle.
I'll look at the pictures if you send them to me in a moment.
I haven't quite finished yet, but I will be in a minute. Alright.
Okay. Da 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 da. Yeah, we might as well add that. Home of the Scalera. The only sentient race.
Okie
For Adler. We have 20 minutes until it's 3 hours. I think I'm just going to keep streaming for then, and
Okay,
then get off at 3 hours, just because it's a round number.
fair enough. Anyway, send me through
Oh, a thing?
Yeah.
Sorry, you're gonna have to tell me because my
Yeah, I know.
thing is not doing the thing. And I do not know why. Oh, see, that looks really good.
Didn't work out as planned, but hey, I made it work.
You did make it work. It looks really good. Are you happy with it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what matters.
Yeah. What's a common color for a beak? For a turtle?
Oh, brown. Brown
Brown.
or green. E.
Okay. Is it a light brown or a dark brown?
Dark brown.
Okay.
Oh man. I should probably put my monster manual back. My D&D books tend to have a habit of just sticking around wherever I last put them.
Sames.
So it'd be best if I
Put it away now.
put the book, but yeah, put it away now before I be a dumb.
Yeah.
One whole dumb. Okay, we got 15 minutes. Wonder if I should change games or just leave it. Let's change games. If nothing else, so that there's, like, if there's ever someone on, like, YouTube or something watching, they have a place where they're like, oh, so now you're done talking about the game. Or if my game ever becomes super famous and people want to see these, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not that I think it would. But if
Hey,
the bot
bot.
thinks I'm super cool,
What does bot say?
says if you want viewers, come to this sketchy ass website.
Cool.
My children scare away grown-ass adults. I love it. love Sheltered. Makes me happy. Goes Burr.
Gilbert. What's this?
No, what is?
No, that's closer to what I want.
Rejected.
Rejected.
What's the heavy side for?
Just getting the right angle and not getting all the shadows when I'm doing it. Yeah, I was just doing really tiny detail face stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll send you on through now, but that's what I was heavy sighing about.
Okay, give me 1 second.
No, just gotta let those buds dry and then give them texture.
Okay. I can looky now. Oh, it actually popped up as a thing. Oh yeah, I could see why you wouldn't want the wrong shadows on that. Burk.
Berg.
Time is moving so slowly today. We literally have a minute and 10 seconds. Please have some goddamn wood. No, you want to live here. I don't want you to live here. Fuckity fuck off. Alright, we're finally at 3 hours. I'm gonna close down my stream.
Right.
Give me a second. Bye YouTube, bye Twitch. I hope everyone has a good day. See